Loveless girls, we need to have a discussion. I was with another guy last night from the Loveless, and he said he's gone on, a few dates, and two of the girls got very political very fast. Now, look, I would never set and or expect anyone, Loveless or not, to go out with someone who's Republican if you're a Democrat. If you're a liberal, you're not going to go out with a Republican. Of course, if you are pro-women's rights, you are likely not going to date a guy who's a very anti-abortion. I think across the board, 90% of people, especially in Connecticut, are leaning pretty blue, not red. Men don't want to see kids go be shot up at schools. People are or may be pro-gun, but also agree that there needs to be more rules around guns. Things like that. Now, I don't think on your first or second or third date, you need to get so political. I understand that you may have a lot of strong feelings about it. That being said, all you really need to know is your future partner at this stage in those early days believes everything you believe. They don't need to be super passionate about it, and it's great if you are. I don't think you need to go disclosing or getting in fights or arguments with someone on a first or second date. I think a lot of guys get very alarmed and don't know how to respond to women who go crazy political very fast. Because for the most part, most people are thinking the same things. If you're anti-gun, okay. If you're pro-gun, you probably, for the most part, agree that you still think there needs to be more rules around guns. If you're pro-women's rights, if you're all those things. I highly advise you not get extremely emotional and or political early on dating. I do think men see that really as a turnoff. And so, like I said, I think it's really important that, of course, you can disclose your opinions, but you're going on a date with a guy who you barely know. You do not need to be in debate class. Lighten it up a bit, okay? If you want to go home and have a debate on the internet with your friend, with your parents, go for it. I think it is important you know these men's political thoughts early on in the relationship and when you're dating, but please, for God's sakes, you don't need to have a war. You don't need to have a war. Just know they're on the same page as you.